Hello and welcome to ILTV's Israel Daily. I'm Aaron Porras, and coming up in today's newscast, half of the country blocked off and shut down as nearly 1 million citizens head to central Israel's Bnei-Brak for the funeral of famed Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky. Meanwhile, a Hezbollah and Iran-linked terror cell uncovered in northern Israel as the United States reconsiders the IRGC status as an internationally recognized terror group. And finally, war crimes allegations levied at Moscow again just hours before Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy is set to address the Israeli Knesset in Jerusalem. To begin, tragedy in the Jewish world today. Hundreds of thousands flooding into the streets, mourning the death of top Torah scholar and Israeli Rabbi Shmaryahu Yosef Chaim Kanievsky. At 94 years old, the so-called Prince of Torah, Israeli Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky, passing away Friday afternoon, March 18. The revered Torah scholar and religious authority considered a leader of his generation in Orthodox and Haredi society.
רבות דובר על סגפנותו, הדירה הפשוטה, אורח החיים הצנוע והדל, יצא לי לראות את זה במו עיניי כשביקרתי אותו, הוויתור על החומר לטובת הרוח. האבל הגדול, ההמוני, הוא רגע יהודי מובהק. גיבורי התרבות של העולם היהודי הם לא ענקי חומר, הם ענקי רוח. אנשים שהקדישו את חייהם לתורה ולמצוות, ללימוד מעמיק ולשימור המסורת.
And similarly, he was widely and well respected for his positions against abuses in the sometimes insular Haredi society, for his nonprofit social work, and more recently for his help in spreading awareness about getting vaccinated against coronavirus. But on the day of Kanievsky's funeral, perhaps the rabbi's influence acting as a double-edged sword. Hundreds of thousands of mourners arriving in his hometown of Bnei-Brak nearly 24 hours before the procession even beginning, and over 1 million expected in total, blocking major roadways, slowing the center of the country to a grinding halt, and scaring officials with the potential for tragedy, as was seen in the deadly crowd crush incident on Mount Meron.
ההלוויה היא אירוע המוני, ועלינו להקפיד שהיא לא תסתיים חלילה באסון המוני. לכן אני קורא לבאי הלוויה לא להצטופף ולא להידחק. הטראומה של אסון מירון עדיין טריה אצל כולנו. אסור לחזור על הטרגדיה הזו. אני מבקש מכולם אחריות אישית, להשגיח בעיקר על הילדים.
Likewise, many top rabbis signing and publishing an open letter Saturday night calling on Israelis not to arrive at the rabbi's house or to push to get closer to the body. The letter drawing on Jewish religious law, stating that it would be inconceivable that people would be pushed and put in danger at the mourning services, adding that as long as people are anywhere in the procession, then they are considered part of the funeral. These warnings and edicts at times still falling on deaf ears, though, as already nearly 800,000 people arriving for the funeral, and at least 50 people reported injured, requiring medical attention at the scene. Further, at least 4 people suffering from fainting spells, and a 3-year-old child reported missing. That said, overall, the funeral going on with relatively little disturbance, and special train services made available to help clear the city in the wake. In other news, the Israeli Shin Bet security services revealing the arrest of 2 Israeli citizens last month for operating on behalf of the Hezbollah terror group and orders from Iran. Sultan Atala and Rami Shami, both of whom have been convicted in the past for drug smuggling from Lebanon, arrested for trying to smuggle weapons into the country and for working to pave the way for future attacks. The pair alleged to have met with Hezbollah operatives from Lebanon in Turkey last November, and they're said to have agreed to their handlers' orders to smuggle drugs and weapons into northern Israel and to then bury them for other Hezbollah operatives to find. Additionally, they were asked to prove their worth by either kidnapping Israelis, singling out targets for kidnappings, or even just identifying sensitive sites for Hezbollah strikes during a future war. But the IDF, Shin Bet, police, and border authorities arresting and indicting the 2 suspects and seizing dozens of pistols and tens of kilograms of drugs in the bust. To watch full episodes of ILTV's Israel Daily and tons of other content from Israel, visit our website at iltv.tv or download the ILTV Plus app.